Okay, so this is my video and it is on the ancient, I guess, mathematics of what they use to actually get their figures. So what I've got here is, if you can see this, sorry, I'll put it up here. So we've got the coordinates of Giza. So I've done the working outs of these, okay? So if you want to have a good look at this, there we go. So the coordinates of Giza, longitude, latitude, obviously you work out one part, it's 12, the other's 33. Over here, if you add them together, 33 and 12 equals 45 equals 9. 4 and 5 plus 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, so 9's our number up there. Now, if you have the longitude and latitude of Atlantis, I've already worked it out. It's 6 and 12. 12 and 6 is 15 equals 6. So this is how they work out a basics of, well, not a basics, that's the exact way of how they work it out. So if the pyramids in Atlantis and the majority, I could go further with the Mayans and everything else, that's how you work out the mathematics of that. Now, we also have here, I have lots of study I've done. So, these are my, rough templates. So, we have the 3 pyramids here. 1, 2, and 3, yeah? So, there's also a pattern that's made. So, the Earth pattern, universe pattern, 369, right? So, imagine if you've got, okay, here's one pyramid, and then you've got the 2 in front. Imagine invisible pyramids inverted in them, and that's the universe pattern. So that is the pattern of how energy is filtered through above and below us. Then we have, okay, so Nikola Tesla's theory, I'm right into that because he's pretty spot on. So here I have a demonstration of 3, 6, and 9, the points. And then the 2 pyramids in front, so obviously everything's 3D. Alright, so then we have, we've got our 0 point, which is in the middle of the pyramid. Then we have your patterns, like the Nikola Tesla theory. So see the shaded ones? So you've got your 1, 2, 8, and 9, right? Then you have your 4, 5, 7, right? So now I'll show you my other drawing. Sorry if I'm wobbling that up. It gets quite confusing, but then I'll show you another thing. All right, so then if we want to go into other types of things, okay, so then we have in the ascension process, there is the number 4, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Then we have the 7 chakras, okay? What do we get? We get 12 if you add them together. 1 and 2 is 3, right? So we have a pattern here. So then we go into, it is here somewhere. Oh, okay. So let me just run off. So on top of all of this, we get, everything comes back to a 3, 6, or a 9, right? Mainly, it's literally 3 or 4. You add 3 and 4 together, what do you get, guys? 7. So, as you see, everything is a pattern of that. So, the longitudes, the latitudes, obviously everything on the earth, like the pyramids, the Mayan temple, everything is placed in a particular place, but they all add up to particular numbers, which are spiritual numbers, if you relate them to Hindu or Sumerian texts, Egyptian, Greek, all the numbers add up the same, including even in the Bible. So in the Bible, the numbers would be the verses and the page numbers. So, for example, if it was 7 and 4, it would be page 7, verse 4. So I've done lots of study on this, obviously, and I have lots of dreams, and I wake up and I write this stuff down. So, you know, that's a basic of it. I will write more into it, but okay, so here's my painting I did. I meditated, woke up, and this was the painting. So 2 and 2 is 4, plus 5 is 9. And there's the wings, the sword of light, which is a spiritual term, which disintegrates negativity. So bad energies, which we're all energy. So the sword is going through the pyramid. The pyramids are the pillars of light. Then we have, as I explained before, the pyramids are stacked. So imagine invisible pyramids in between, next to, upside down, 3D. So as well as the pyramid here, which is obviously for the divine eye to see, we have a pyramid on top with a pyramid underneath. So in the ground on top, above, there, around the world. So they are the penetrating pillars of light, right? So then we have the dark. This is the Kundalini symbol. So the Kundalini is a spiritual term. So, you know, I guess the kind of the term of Lucifer or Hades or whatever religion you want to say. It is pretty much a dark energy, but then as your chakras open and you receive more and more light into the body, as you receive more light into the body, you're purified, and then your light column in your chakra expands and opens to the divine eye. So this is a small complex of my painting. Obviously you can see the dark, which is removing the energy. The dark energy is replacing it with light, which is going down into the wings. That's my pyramid, all freehand. I don't paint, never done it in my life. This is what I woke up with. So then we also have the pink moon. Now the moon cycles have a lot to do with, obviously, star signs. The universal movements have a lot to do with the spiritual side. So the spiritual side has been left out. Everyone thinks it's weird and whatnot, but the Egyptians, okay, here's a term. So on the Egyptian tombs, there was what they called the Birdman. So he was an eagle, right? Eagle head with a man body. And they all said it was aliens, but in fact, it was a divine person. So what they call that is, it's like a clairvoyant. So someone who could speak to the angels in meditation, so keeping a balance of good and bad energies, which is your yin and yang. And the pyramids is probably where it left. Obviously the Pope and everything else have destroyed any kind of spirituality even being related to any of the Bible, because Jesus was very spiritual, hence the healing powers that he obtained. Only spiritual masters, which is also a number 33 or a 22, they are the spiritual healers, right? They're master teachers. So master teachers don't get that without having a spiritual connection. So if you are unable to have a spiritual connection, that is the true power of being connected to God. God is spiritual. We are energy. Energy is all there is. And by understanding that the angels and the gods talk to us by numbers, everything comes back to a 3, 6, or a 9, as I'm showing. 22 is 4, 5, 4 and 5 is a 9. And then as I showed you here, the longitudes and latitudes, what do they add up to? A 9 and a 6. So there we go. You break them down, what do you get? Exactly. So if you guys want more updates on this, I'll be placing more videos. All right? Thanks.